Pretty, brown, pretty. Oh boy. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is your favorite Butch Queen, Neptune Luciano, and I'm back with yet another video. Hey, this is a second review to the second episode of Rupaul's Drag Race. Good God, girl, get out was the title of this episode. First and foremost, let me take the time out to thank all my supporters that have been supporting me on my channel. You know, clicking, liking, subscribing, viewing, commenting, and all of that good stuff. I appreciate the love because it's a new journey for me, a new little venture. I'm glad that you guys are along for the ride, you know. So kicking off this review, what did y'all think? Were the girls bringing it? Did they step their pussies up for this next episode? Let's see it. Because, you know, here I like to give praise to the girls that brought it and roast the bitches that didn't. So, kicking it off with, you know, the girls come back in the workroom. Soju, she got booted out. She got the boot. Now she got time to deal with that sis and all of that stuff. That she was talking about. Oh, the girls start talking about, oh, how do you feel? How was this? How was that? Congratulations on your win. Miss Scarlett, honey, thought she was gonna win. I was like, girl, you gonna be one of those this season. You gonna be the delusional kind. Okay. Like, no, girl, you was not close to winning. So she was delusional, and she gives me a little bit of a bitter bitch, especially when it comes to Brooklyn. When Brooklyn Heights first came into the workroom, I don't know if y'all remember when they was like, oh, you know, when did you win Miss Continental? She was just like looking at her like Scarlett was. And I was just like, that bitch cannot take. She just looks so pressed. Baby, don't let Brooklyn like make you feel that pressed, baby. No. All right, so then they had their little mini challenge, right? Where they had to do a photo bombing. So I have to say that Silky Silky is fearless, bitch, in the sense of like, when she says she's comfortable with her body, that bitch is comfortable with her body. Cause baby, oh my gosh, like the way she did, like I thought that the towel was just gonna be, or whatever she had wrapped around her, that was it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know she was gonna go pulling it all down and it. Bitch, I was gagging, bitch. I was living for it. Brooklyn, she was using that stretch. I said, bitch, you better do it, bitch. You better sprint. That's what I'm talking about. Bitch, you a dancer. Honey, you're a dancer. You're formally trained, ballet. You got it, bitch. Flaunt that stretch. Use it, bitch. It was the Maxi Challenge. So there were two breakout films that they had to do like drag spins on. One was the movie Get Out, and then the other was Black Panther. So the two team captains were the two winners of the mini challenge, which was Brooklyn Heights and Silky. Silky's team was very ethnic, and then besides Scarlett, so they had all the black girls, except they didn't have Raja. They had Scarlett instead of Raja. So yeah, so the girls started, you know, workshopping, you know, we're reading the script, we're trying to figure out, you know, who has what part and stuff. And that part went very smooth. Because, you know, on this show, usually that's when the girls like to try it sometimes. Like, I thought Kahana was about to try it, because Kahana was like, it's always that bitch like, I have 2 lines, and I'm really worried about me shining. You know, what my moment is gonna be like. And it's like, bitch, I can tell you not no acting, bitch, if that's the first thing that you say. Because acting is about reading in between the lines. Taking cues and body language and X, Y, and Z. So I was just like, oh, girl, she scared me by saying that comment. But besides that, their team was smooth as far as divvying out the roles. Scarlett was like, she was last to be picked, so she felt a way about that. At first, she was a little like apprehensive, like, I don't know if Silky's trying to set me up by giving me all these lines, and I was looking like, well, bitch, you said you the actress, honey, so go ahead, it's your chance, you know. But then it started to get a little messy, because Mother Rue came in, she started stirring the pot, You know, she interviewed the girls. Oh, how was it going? Da, 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 giving you a little light, fresh, you know, key. And then she goes ahead and, bitch, she's the stirring bitch. She gets the stirring bitch. She's like asking Brooklyn's team, also, what do you think about the other team? What worries you about the other team? And then these fake ass bitches start trying to throw my girl Silky under the bus, talking about I'm one of their team captain. She's, you know, obnoxious. She doesn't let anyone talk. She does that. I'm worried about her team. I'm worried, bitch. You worry about your shit, bitch. Fuck you worried about they team for, you know? And Miss Ariel was one of the first ones to speak up. I was like, Ariel. Brooklyn started speaking up, and I was like, hold on, Brooklyn. I like you, girl. Don't start. Don't do that, bitch. I like you now, but don't do that, bitch. You know. And then I want to say even Raja said something like, they were all kind of co-signing. But I was just looking like, if you're not going to bring the heat to Silky and shut that shit down when that bitch is being obnoxious, then bitch, it's to not say nothing to Rue. Bitch, if you ain't approach me as like an adult, bitch, like, and say how you feel, or I'm making you feel away or uncomfortable or whatever, bitch, how you gonna go to somebody that is judging us because you're not giving that person a fair chance to adapt to however you might be feeling because of what they're doing? You know what I mean? Like, you're not giving a chance for that dialogue to be had and stuff. So I feel like that's some fake ass shit. So, so yeah, I had wrote down Ariel, scary ass bitch. Their team is some tattletaling assholes. Yeah, so when they're practicing the acting challenges, they're just hard to watch. Any season, I feel like the acting challenges are just hard to watch. Oh, before I get to that, skipped a little bit. Going back to when Rue was still stirring the pot, she put a little seasoning in there, a little adobo, a little Lawry's up in there. She tasted it. Not there yet. Started stirring it a little more, you know. So she went over to Silky saying, how y'all doing? Da-da-da, eat it, and then she says, oh, well, Silky, so the other team, you know, they had a lot to say about you. You know, spilled the tea on what they said, you know. She carried that bone. Very Sheree Whitfield, you know. So then Silky was like, kind of gagged, but she, you know, put it together, and she was just like, well, a lot of girls don't know. I have my master's in leadership or something like that. Like, so she was like, you know, so when I show up to the place, I get the stuff done, you know. And she was like, and I'm going for my PhD. I was like, okay, bitch. You give an educated cunt, honey. So, yes, I live for Miss Silky. I live for her. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the girls love to say big personalities. It's a lot of big personalities. Yeah, but it's just so many big personalities. And the issue I have with that is a lot of the big personalities are usually the black girls. And bitches don't say it to our face. So it's always a confessional, pressed ass bitch that is talking about the big personalities. But as I digress, so she felt a little bit of a way, but you know, I felt as though she did pretty good with, you know, refocusing that energy into her team to make sure that, you know what, we're gonna handle business. Now, fast forward back to when they were, you know, recording the scenes with Ross and Michelle. Ariel was a hot ass mess, kept adding girl to the... Bitch, if I see this one more time, bitch, I'm up. Right through the screen, bitch. Right through the screen. Girl, she is wearing me already, honey. Plastique was funny as hell. You know, a lot of times when they have Asian girls on RuPaul's Drag Race or any girl of Asian descent, they always try to do this nail technician. You know, they always want to do that sort of accent to be funny, to play in those stereotypes. Just like how the black girls want to play the ghetto girl, you know, like Akira did this episode. But like, just because you see that and sometimes you think that that's the easy way out, sometimes they miss the mark. But Plastique hit it, bitch. Her accent, everything, it was on. Like, when she was trying to say like the vibranium or whatever, however she said it, that shit was hilarious. So I was like, okay, we're seeing more sides to Plastique this episode than just being pretty, you know? So that was really good for her. Raja, get it together, girl. Get it together. I'm like, last week it was the earrings. This week is your lines. You got about 3 damn lines, girl. Damn. Going to the other team, Silky's team, Evie Oddly. This was like the perfect role for her. How she chose to like play her. It was so good, so good. She had a good balance between being like campy and she got to be crazy. That kooky shit that she loves, she got to do that. But it was a nice variation for it, you know. Scarlett did good as well. Vanjie was funny when she was trying to find that voice of the dad. I thought it was kind of funny though that she went with the long wig. I was just like, bitch, why didn't you just do like a Toni Braxton shortcut as the dad? You still would have been in drag with a beat face. But her voice is funny, that raspy, like, she was funny. Mercedes. Opulence. You own everything. Now, bitch, rewind that and just practice that. Okay? I was like, she's like, Island, you own everything. What? Island. Michelle's like, it's opulence. You own everything. Now try that again. Island, you own everything. Girl, I was like, get this bitch up. Get your ass off. And Kahana was saying something, I forgot what her line was. She was trying to, I don't know what she was doing. I don't know what they were doing. I'm like, y'all girls on Drag Race, stop trying to Vogue, bitch. Everything don't have to be Vogue and don't have to be a ball. It don't have to be that. And especially, bitch, if you not giving it like, giving me a little, you know, a little cunt. If it's not soft and it's not cunt, bitch, leave it at home. Don't bring it on TV, bitch. Because I'm tired of y'all referencing my scene and y'all bitches don't know what's up. Like, stop. No. Y'all don't always have to Vogue, bitch. So, stop. Going on to the workroom, right? They done filmed their scenes. They're in the workroom getting ready. Now my girl makes it hot. And I live for a bitch that makes it hot, honey. I live for a bitch that makes it hot. Because why let shit simmer, bitch? Why? And be having, you know, closed mouths don't get fed, baby. Like, for bitch, you know, you get a little inkling that a bitch done said something. You want to know who said it? What's up? What it gave? You know, so Miss Silky brings up, oh, yeah, so, you know, in front of everybody, you know, well, no, right. Shit, hold up. I almost had it wrong. I almost giving you the tea wrong. It's because Evie Oddly was like, well, you know, Silky, how do you feel about the other girls saying what they said? All of that. So Silky is like, you know what? Yeah, you know, when they had brought it up, I wanted to know who said X, Y, and Z. You know, making it out to seem like I'm like X, Y, and Z. Girls, quiet. You can hear a pin drop. I'm looking like, oh. Cat got y'all's tongues, huh? Cat has y'all's tongues. So I guess none of you have big personalities, huh? Them bitches, the way that they was spooked, bitch, they was up in that mirror like, let me blend, let me contour. They were like, I don't know what Silky has to say, but it's like, take a break from that beat, bitch. Same beat y'all been doing for I don't know how long, bitch. Take a wait. Take a second. And then finally Ariel says, well, I said it. Bitch, don't act like you that gun-ho, bitch. It took you long enough to even say that. And then she felt away in the confessional. I mean, no one else is speaking up, but I'll go ahead and say something. Right, bitch. You see how your girls just throw you under the bus, bitch, in a sense? How they just, not throw you under the bus, but just leave you out there to dry, bitch? Because they not about that, bitch. So I was laughing at that, you know. And then I love when Evie had her back and was just like, you know, thank you, Ariel, for speaking up because the rest of your team was quiet, bitch. Like y'all didn't say anything, you know. Then what got me was when Miss Raja tried to be like, but hold up, you coming for me? No, he was coming for your team. And I didn't rewind it, but I'm sure Raja co-signed on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, co-signed on what they were saying about Silky. Yes, Evie called out your team. And if you didn't say anything, bitch, you should have spoke up like, well, hey, I was there, but I just want to clear my name. I didn't say anything, Silky. I didn't say no, she didn't, and I didn't say no, she did. I just sat there. I just observed. Sorry if you feel away. I didn't say anything to speak up for you, but I didn't say anything, negative or positive. So let me take myself out of it. But she didn't give that. She ain't say shit. So it's like, yes, bitch, you are thrown in with your group to get red too, bitch. And I'm glad Evie didn't let up off of her ass. But she was just like, you need to focus on what you doing, boo, because you over there looking. I'm glad Evie was like, your makeup doesn't say you're focused. I was looking at Raja like, bitch, don't act like you ready to turn up because you feel like he's coming for you. No, bitch, he's coming for your team. And you gonna let them girls get you in something that you don't need to be in. You know what I'm saying? Your girls, when I say your girls, I mean her team members that didn't speak up for them. That was really going in on Silky. Bitch, don't let them use you. Because the way you turning up, like, bitch, no. Just fall back. Fall back. Them damn ugly ass glasses on in the confessional. Looking like Ricky Smiley. I was like, bitch, she lucky I wasn't Evie, bitch. I would have been reading her down, bitch. And it's no fucking shade. Evie, she earned a special place in my heart for that. Because that's how you bring the girls together. And that's how you ride for a bitch that's on your team. So yeah, Evie, you know what? Bitch, come on. Time for the runways. Rue. Improvement. Yes, even mother has room to step up, pussy up. Yes, I said it. You look better you look good, you look nourished, you know. You like you been eating good, bitch, this go round, you know. Nice silhouette. I like the one arm out, I like the one arm long. I love the hair. You know, it look good. The beat is always on. I want our makeup artist to do my beat one time. The category is What's Your Sign? Brooklyn Heights, beautiful. Koi fish gown and her water like neck piece was nice. It was really, really nice. I don't expect anything less from her being Miss Continental winner. Because Miss Continental, if y'all don't know, like that level of pageantry, it's like the upper echelon of pageants. You know what I mean? So for her to not only be a runner-up or a contestant, to be a winner of it, I mean, like I said, I don't expect anything less. So she's been bringing it every week so far. Definitely one of my favorites. And she needed that too because in the acting challenge, I don't feel like she did as strong. Like acting is not her thing. But yeah, it was a nice balance. It was like you did and that, but okay, you balanced it back out. Plastique, cute variation. It was creative. Her top piece, the gold one, was like everything. It was neat because you had to see that she wasn't necessarily relying on pretty. It reminded me of like a Trinity vibe from All Stars. Like I feel like Trinity would rock something like that. Raja, okay. Just okay, bitch. You know, all I could think about, it was something with the wig. And then, you know what? The wig wasn't bad. But I feel like the wig just didn't go well with the dress. And vice versa. I was just getting the donkey, like when she kept playing with the hooves, all I could think about was the donkey from Shrek. I was like, bye bitch. Bye bitch. Nina West, way better than last week. Way better than last week. Even though I just don't like the way she sells it. I don't like the way she sells, you know, her garment and everything like that. Like, she was talking about lion, big lion. I was like, no, bitch, you're giving me, like, house cat, jumping around the house, bitch, sporadic, you know, like that. Like, not no lioness, bitch. But it was better. She's coming along. And I thought she did do really well with the acting challenge. You know, I must give her that. So I was like, you know, she's definitely being safe. I didn't want to see her in the bottom again. Honey, cute dress. I love the wig. The wig was everything. The beat was good. But the dress was just safe for me. I know Honey is really creative and has some things. I feel like she might just be saving them. But right now, I mean, it's only episode 2. But I just want to make sure that she goes ahead and goes for it and doesn't get lost in the background. You know what I mean? Like, I would just hate for her to get one of those critiques like, yeah, we're kind of seeing you every week and we just are like, we don't know you yet. You know what I mean? Like, I want them to be able to grasp who she is, really, you know, before it's too late. Sugar Cane, I did not get it. I did not get it. I am not feeling her runway looks that she's been having. I wrote down, what in the Mad Max hell is going on? Baby, I was like, what? Janet Jackson, feedback, what was that video she had with Busta Rhymes? Gonna make it body wet, gonna make it. That's what he was giving. I was like, girl, how the fuck does that, what was he, a Sagittarius? Or I don't know what sign. I was confused, like, bitch, you just like, look, I got this cat outfit I've been dying to wear, bitch, with this hit. You said, fuck the challenge, bitch. Fuck the runway look or whatever. Yeah, so that Sugar Cane, I was like, but they liked her Maxine Waters. I didn't know that was supposed to be Maxine Waters, but okay. But yeah, they liked her Maxine Waters, so I knew that, okay, it should be safe. Ariel Versace. Her look, it was a cute concept, but the bottom part of it looked weird to me. Like, it looked like the ass shape, the padding was just too damn big. You know, and with that type of material, it didn't like hug it into like do that like kind of Coke bottle. It felt like it kind of started to go in and stop. You know what I mean? And then started to look like boxy. So I don't know how I felt about that. Like, I was like, okay, I guess. It was like okay, it's safe. Like, I get where you're trying to go with it. Her acting wasn't good. She couldn't take direction. I was like, okay, looking at her like, she could be on the bottom. And you know what? I wouldn't be mad at it. Silky. Silky's outfit was cute for her. I mean, it wasn't no shit that I was like, oh my gosh, you know, but it fit well for her. And she sold it. I mean, as far as how she was coming down, she was the fish. And her acting wasn't bad in the challenge, even though she was kind of struggling with those last lines. But she used how she was thinking about it to try to get it across that, you know, she finally got it together. But yeah. So hers was like, okay, she's safe. That's what I thought. Evie Oddly, I loved her concept. Bitch is weird, but she's creative. And I love her for it. The futuristic, like, cat, the Leo, and she sold it to how she was, like, looking around and, like, all of that. Loved it. Like I said, her acting was great. I was like, she definitely needs to be one of the winners. Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie looked motherfucking over, in my opinion, because I'm a Libra too, so maybe I'm a little biased. You know, it was so many Pisces, so many Leos, so many of the same fucking signs. I was like, damn, bitch, but Libra came through, bitch. Vanjie looks so good in motherfucking red, bitch. She looks so good in red. And like, you know, with Libra, it's like she could have just had a dress that had some scales on it. You know what I mean? She could have just wore some earrings that were scales, you know. But the fact that she had it as a headpiece that had flowers in them, and like the face was on, and it looked really, really good. Really, really good. Her acting wasn't bad either, you know. Did I think that she would win the challenge? No, not necessarily, because her acting wasn't strong, didn't stand out enough. But her runway look was like definitely on. My favorite look of the night. So I knew definitely that she would be safe. So great job, Vanjie. Akira brought the house down as well. Like, wasn't my favorite look. I still like Vanjie's, I think. Vanjie's still my number one. Akira is my like very close second, number two. And Brooklyn's my number three. I was so close. Those are my top three. Let's just say that. Those are my top three. Top three. I love Akira because I love the wig, that big wig. I love the dress, the way it fits. Like, the way her shit fits is amazing. Just the little details of the dress, the details of the nails, the details of how she sells it, just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just so soft, and it's just so like, ooh, baby, she gives it to me. Like, and her acting was cool. Like, she ran with that living the DM, like working at the DMV, ghetto bitch on my lunch break, what, on the phone, like, and like, she gave it to me. She knew how to play that role, and she ran with it, bitch. Like, so I was like, that bitch was funny. Like, I was just like, bitch, you're safe. You're definitely safe. Mercedes, one word, forgettable. Unforgettable. Oh, it's unforgettable? No, wait. No, you're forgettable. That's what you are. And forevermore. Bitch, I know I can come through like that. But no, hers was just forgettable. I was like, Sagittarius. Is that they look at the bow and arrow? But I don't know. I was like, girl, you can't bring warrior princess into everything, bitch. Come on. Kahana. Tried it again. Tried it again, bitch. That fucking raggedy, dusty ass wig. I was just looking like, y'all girls are gonna stop coming on Drag Race claiming these drag mothers, especially that are legendary in the pageant world, done been on the shows. Y'all gonna stop claiming them because, bitch, y'all making them look bad. Like they didn't school y'all, bitch. Like you couldn't borrow a couple pieces if needed before y'all came out here and shit like that. Like, y'all are really trying it. Some of y'all. And Kahana is definitely one of them, leading the pack of trying it. I'm just like, bitch, Coco Montrese was on, what, season 5? Bitch, that means you should have been watching since season 5. She could, you know, seeing how shit has changed. You are coming like you have never watched an episode of Drag Race. And she is prepared to be given all of these excuses. Acting hot-ass mess. We already talked about that. Non-voguing ass. Her skirt ripped off. I guess it was already, because she said, oh, that moment was gone. So she already had, you know, it, I guess, to be like a reveal, you know. But I was just like, girl. Scarlett, I mean, the bubbles were a cute effect. It would have been cuter if the bubbles would have been put in the outfit, you know, or masked versus like just being out and I'm spraying them. But I just wonder why the girls don't pad. Why don't you pad, bitch? Pad. You are not Pearl. And I didn't even like it when Pearl used to do it. But at least Pearl would do it, wouldn't pad, because that bitch would be coming out in like a leotard. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why she wouldn't pad. But you're wearing a full gown. Like, why don't you pad? Coming down the runway looking like a number 2 pencil in a gown. I don't get it. I don't get it. And the judges like let that slide. Like, And one black lady who was on, Noelle or whatnot, who was on the panel was just like, oh yeah, I'd never seen a queen come down with bubbles before. That was creative. I was like, well, bitch, he just held them in his hand. And just, you know, it wasn't like they were incorporated in the outfit, like going off while he's walking and just, it wasn't like that, bitch. Like, have you watched Drag Race for more than one season? It's like, it's kind of questioning her as a judge. Like, Ru, call me up, bitch. Let me get up on that panel. Congratulations to Scarlett and Evie. It was well-deserved for both of them to win. Then we had Mercedes and Kahana. I called it. The same bottom three that they had, I was sitting back like, I already know. So those two started lip syncing. Mercedes is eating it. You know, she's eating it for her. She knows her lyrics. She's, you know, she's selling it. She's engaging. She is, you know, not doing too much. Kahana starts flipping and splitting and yes, it grabs the attention of you know, people by being able to do that, but it's like putting an exclamation point at the end of a sentence. If you put it at the end of every sentence, it's not gonna mean shit. You know what I'm saying? So she started doing that, and all I could focus on in the midst of all of those flips was how ugly that fucking wig was. How ugly that was. I was just like, and by this point she had taken off the horns already. So it was like the back of it was like as if she laid down and just, you know, and it looked all disheveled and shit. I was just like, nah, mama. Nah. So Shantae, Mercedes stayed. Sashay away, Miss Kahana. I ain't gotta worry about roasting, reading yo ass next week, bitch. Cause just when she went to go get her statue in the workroom, she's like, if I just had one more chance to show them who I am. I was like, bitch, if you don't want more chance, your ass up out of here, ho. You ain't gonna get one more chance. You done had enough one more chances. All right? So I'm glad she's gone. So, what y'all think about next week? Next week we're gonna get the talk show game. So, you know, of course, I guess it's gonna be maybe like improv. So we'll see how the girls work in there and see if the girls bomb, see how they work off one another and all of that stuff. So, this has been another edition of the RuPaul's Drag Race recap, coming at you. With all of that said, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I hope you had a key. I hope you got a chance to laugh a little bit on your lunch break in between traveling on a train, wherever you traveling at, wherever you live at, you know, and all of that good stuff. And I hope to see you guys back here at Fit for a Queen. And remember, as we always say, if you can't love yourself, I said, bitch, if you can't love yourself, then how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen? Hey, can I get an amen, honey? Amen. Until next week, bitch.